in the UK here, you've got probably sort of three main cities that are just known for fighting. That's Liverpool, Sheffield, and Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah, those are the three fighting areas. Like, but I
Don't
mean
a lot of fighters
boxing.
come out of like South London or this something like that?
Yeah, the more I'd say commercial fighters, you know, that they can fight, but you know they look good on the eye, but they're not true fighters.
Not fighters, right?
AJ is a typical example. Like he's got
Got
all
you.
the marketing and the branding, but he's not a he's not a fighter. He's not a natural fighter.
Right, right.
Whereas when you look at Sonny Edwards, he's a fight like no, he's a boxer. He's not a fighter, but he's a boxer. Like if he was to get in
Right.
a fight on the street, he'd get beat up. But you put the boxing rules in there, he'd wipe anybody out. Technically, not
Got you.
physically. Liverpool, they're all fighters, and anybody from Liverpool, they're fighters. It's a fighting city. Like they fight on the
Yeah.
streets, they fight
I watch
like
Hooligans, man. Yeah, Liverpool,
Got you.
they're about that life, yo.
yeah,
Yeah, them dudes in Liverpool, some tough bastards.
yeah,
Because the difference that I see when I watch boxing, I watch everybody, you know, from Asian to UK, you name it. And the thing that always excites me is the UK fights because they don't have to have the best skills. It's the heart, it's the tenacity, it's the
yeah,
they
yeah,
want to go after it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no quit. You know what I mean? And that's what makes a good fight, and for especially casual fans, because that's what they want to see. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They want to see two guys go at it and give their all. You don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer. You know what I mean? But just go out there and put it all on the line. You know, and I made this analogy before. You could you could find 5 UK fights, right? That was on regular DAZN or regular TV, and they would look like some of our pay per views.
yeah, yeah. It's true, true.
You get what I'm saying? And,
There's a fighter over here who's from Liverpool. I'm not sure if you heard of him, Nick Ball.
oh, that's my hey.
Man,
Salute. Hey man, is he really that? Okay, they say he fight 126, but he does
Yeah, the
not
little
look
pit bull.
126.
he, well, he. If you want to sort of profile a Liverpool fighter, that's him. He's just a bad motherfucker.
I
Honestly,
like
he's
Nick Ball, bro.
bad.
I can't wait till you fight somebody over here, man. I'm like Nick Ball gonna bring it. I love Nick Ball
He's
just
good,
because
man.
he gonna bring it, bro. He don't care about his height. He don't care how tall you are. He's gonna bring it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that shit, man. When I first
Yeah,
saw
that
Nick Ball, I was like,
that
who the
little
fuck is this
fucking
little
pit
dude?
bull got a bright future, bro. Nick Ball is the truth.
yeah,
It's just the only thing. I'm like, they were like 126, and they'll tell you over here. I always make the I always say I would like to see him fight Pitbull Cruz, and they'd be like Pitbull at 140, but he looked bigger than Pitbull, bro. Like Nick Ball is huge, like not tall wise, but you know what I'm saying, just thickness
stocky.
wise. Yeah, and they're saying he's 126, and I'm like, how? Like how? Golly. Creative DJ said creative. What's the word over there about Ben Whit? Oh yeah. What's up with Ben Whitaker,
Oh
man? Cause
man, Ben Whitaker's a sellout. Like I'm telling you now, right? Ignore all the showboating, the branding, the marketing, the swagger. Trust me, that guy got found out in his last fight and he quit. He bottled it, and he's from my neck of the hoods as well. We all live in the same. It's the same city, so a bit like Leon Edwards, Ben Whitaker, Galal, who's fighting tonight. There's a few Birmingham fighters, but Ben Whitaker got found out in the last fight, and he bottled it. He bottled it.
yeah,
He
that's what
needs to
we
get
felt
Yeah,
like
back
he
in the
quit.
ring with him straight
yeah,
away.
it was
With that guy.
embarrassing, bro.
It
We said the
was
same thing over here, man. Like,
1K.
what the
It's in
hell was
10
that?
rounds. 10 rounds. We're in round 7. Yeah, we felt he quit too. I said, dude, quit, bro. Because he was, and that guy was getting the best. Cameron was getting the best of him. He had figured him out.
Yeah,
And he had to expect that because shit, Cameron had said it before they fought. He said, man, I'm fighting for a contract. Like, I'm finna go in here and fight. You know what I'm saying? So the guy, he had to understand that that guy was not coming to lay down. he wasn't there just for a paycheck. He was there
Yeah.
so he can collect future checks, you know? And I think that's what got him. That's what got him. And I'm glad they still end up giving Cameron a contract. Yeah, I hate seeing a grown man cry. That man was crying after that fight. Like, man, this dude gonna quit. And I'm trying to get a contract. This is bullshit. Like, I felt this pain though, man. Like, he's like, man, I'm trying to get some money.
Yeah, he's Ben Whitaker's not even spoke about it. He's been quiet. He's been quiet. He's not even.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I haven't seen him on social media or nothing. And that's the thing, man. Like, he needs to get back in the ring ASAP, bro.
Yeah.
He needs to fight Cameron again. That needs to be that fight.
Yeah, 100%. He needs to get back in there.
That's the fight they're gonna be calling for. He could come back and have a tune-up, but people are gonna be calling for that fight.
Yeah, it's the only fight, in my opinion. It's the only fight he can have next.
Yeah, because we was riding high on Ben Whitaker over here, and I mean riding high. We expected big things, and that's what we got. Oh man, disappointed.
Yeah,
that was disappointing. He finally got into a tough spat, and then he quit.
But the interesting thing is, obviously, I know I can speak more so from the fighters in the Midlands, where I'm from, Birmingham. We see them on a regular basis, and we know the people, the mutual friends, all that sort of stuff, and we hear stories about them. So when we see all the exterior on TV, we know what's what. We know who's the real deal. We can't say anything about Leon Edwards because he is about that life. He if he wants to do it in the ring or outside the ring, he will do it. But with Ben Whitaker, we see the flashiness, the girls, all that sort of stuff, and the hype.
Yeah, he was trying to be a rapper and all.
Yeah,
I remember all of that. Yeah, I remember all of that. I have been following Ben Whitaker a long time, man. I remember he still got rap videos up on YouTube and all of that shit. But he was looking like he was gonna really, pan out to be something. But everybody was just waiting on him to have a bit of adversity. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Cameron was gonna give him that adversity. And Cameron gave him that adversity,
Yeah.
And he quit. He quit. With the worst excuse ever, my ankle. And we didn't see nowhere you hit your ankle.
Exactly.
Or any of that shit. That shit, it just didn't pan out. If he would have said his back or something, okay, maybe. Because the way he came down on the apron, But when he said ankle, I said, bullshit.
All right, man. So now since we got a UK guy in the house, bro, I need to know, how do UK feel about Conor Benn?
Oh, that's a really good question. So it's 50-50, if I'm honest with you. The people that kiss his ass think he's innocent. The purists think he's guilty. The armchair supporters pretty much don't give a shit. They just want to see him in the ring because he's entertaining. Now, so that is it goes through three ways. Those are the three ways that people are looking at it. So it all depends on who you talk to. If you're talking to a purist, guilty all day. If you're talking to sort of like someone who dips in and out of boxing, they don't care. They just want to see him in the fight because he is entertaining. But people that are around him and that kiss his ass, they all think he's innocent. But when you look at the facts, it doesn't take. You don't have to be a purist. You don't have to be a sideline watcher. You don't have to be up his ass to understand that he's guilty. It's just because he's got so many people behind him pushing out that he's done right, that he's kind of muting the purists, you see. So because of his following, that's what's happening, and it's a shame because it would have been. I would have had more respect for him if he'd have just said, "Look, I fucked up. I'll learn. I'll move on." It would have been forgotten about. You look at Dillian White. You look at all the other people that have took PEDs in the past. They've held their hands up. They've moved on, and it's forgotten about. You don't hear about it anymore. But he's trying to fight it, and that's the worst thing.
1K. Yeah, they're in round 8 now, and Walker won every round, bro.
Every single round.
Well, like I said, this is one of them fights where we would be commentating, but this fight is just This guy's just dominating.
And man, that was a good answer, bro. Because I was wondering how the UK people felt about that. Because we kind of the same mind over here in America. It's like me personally. I listen, man. If you get caught using steroids, man, they always got a million excuses. But you know what you're putting in your body. You can't tell me you don't know. Only situation where I seen a PED situation where I raised the eyebrow, like, he might have been tainted with the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney situation. But everybody else over here that test positive always had a goofy ass excuse. I ate tainted meat. It was some tea I drank. Blah 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 blah. No, you knew what you was putting in your body. You just didn't cycle it out fast enough, and you got caught. And I think Conor Ben falls into that same category. He
Yeah,
just got away with it, you know. Yeah.
Right.
You got away with it, but you look guilty. So even though you did get away with it, we still know the truth. So like, yeah, the real people is going to judge you. And
They
Yeah.
won in round 9, 1K. They finna go into round 9. You don't have to keep saying my fault, man. That's what we here for, fam. That's what we here for. But no,
do you know what the saying
right.
is?
This is what I want to know. This is the weirdest thing to me. Like, so usually you get suspended for 2 years, and it's mighty funny after 2 years he gets cleared.
Yeah, yeah. It is crazy. He's got good lawyers. They can spot holes in a case and sort of cling on to that. And I think that's what's happened. How he, where's the B sample?
Right.
Is that still not? That's
right.
still not
That still ain't
come
been
out yet.
disclosed. Right. Never came out. You're absolutely right.
There's little things like that. So he's got good lawyers, and the thing is, the way I see it, the people who do PEDs and shout about it the loudest are the guilty ones. It's the people that don't say anything and just say, right, yeah, I fucked up and move on. They're fucked up and move on. They won't do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
Hey, Slick, have we ever had somebody that tested positive and say I fucked up and moved on? Even Margarito tried to lie.
No, we never had. No,
I don't think we ever had that, bro. Like everybody lied.
Just be like, well, I got caught.
I don't
we
think we
never
had
that over here.
one fighter over here in America that said I fucked up. They all lie.
Yeah, they all lie over here. And I would say some, like, I don't believe Sugar Shane Mosley when he got caught. I don't believe that. I really believe it when he did his deposition. He was like, I'm not saying it's not in my system, bro, but I know I didn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really believed like somebody gave it to him or whatever. I truly believe Sugar Shane Mosley when he got popped because he looked at like, what? Like, it was just his face for me. You know what I'm saying? When he heard it, he was devastated. But other than him, nah, bro. Nah, everybody else lied. They gonna blame it on it was the food I was eating.
And yeah, like somebody made a good point in the chat, bro. It's like, what is the point for Ben to even need to juice when Eubank was killing himself to make 47?
Exactly.
But right. And here's the thing though. The reason, and y'all know I was high on Conor Ben, but it took it took my friend at my old job. He was like, I know you like Conor Ben, but look at this shit. The fucking muscle that he was putting on, bro. Like his. Yeah. Remember when Adrian Peterson was juicing how big his legs got?
Yeah.
He has a photo.
We all noticed
like, how the fuck you do that, bro?
He got, bro. Hold up. Ryan Garcia did the same thing. Remember for the tank fight how big he was? We was like,
I said, how the fuck Conor Ben put all that leg muscle on like that? And then it came out. Juice.
Yeah. And you know why that happened, right? It's because he was getting bust up by journeyman, and he realized that he couldn't handle it. So he had to do something. And then it was just a complete transition. Like he was this mediocre boxer, fighter, and then all of a sudden he's absolutely killing people. Like, what? Where's that come from? You don't adopt that overnight. That's
right.
That's do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also,
from what we've seen, we thought he was always just knocking everybody out like that. And then you go back and look at some earlier fights, you're like, oh, hold up, man. He did just kind of turn into that. I ain't never seen that before. I thought about that in the back of my mind, but I never thought juicing. But like now we know why.
Right. Right. And then like I said, he had no reason to take it when you had old boy coming down in weight. He had his daddy campaign saying he didn't want him to do it because too much weight to be going down and all that. And then on top of that, it's blame on both sides because the way the news came out at the press conference, like the day before the fight, Like, how often was you drug testing this guy? You should have been
Yeah.
caught him. You should have been caught him. That was weird too, and that's what added all the speculation behind it. Like, are they lying? Because it was weird that it came out at the press conference. You know what I'm saying? The day before the fight.
Yeah.
So I blame both ends, but after seeing that photo, I was like, yeah, he juicing, bro. We have a NFL football player here that did that. His name was Adrian Peterson. He came back off that injury. This dude's legs was so fucking big, it was ridiculous. And he was running people over like he was back in his 20s or some shit. And come to find out, he was fucking juicy. I'm gonna have to find that picture, Punch, and show you that picture. This dude's legs was bigger than his head, bro.
Oh, I know. I seen that picture because everybody was talking about it. Like, this dude is huge, man. No way. Like, something's going on. But did I think he was gonna get caught at a press conference? Unprecedented shit right there.
Okay, we not gonna barrage you with a bunch of questions. Be creative. We just, hey, we don't get a lot of UK. I get UK people in the chat, but I don't get a lot of UK people that actually come on so we can ask these questions because we in America, we get hearsay. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and that's good. It's good. It's the same vice versa as well. Obviously, you know, we see a lot of, you know, boxing in the States is huge, but we don't see the detail behind it. We just see, you know, the fights. We don't see the stories behind the fighters. But here, because, you know, I'm lucky that I live in areas and I've got friends in areas that, you know, that they are sort of full of combat people, and then we get to see the backgrounds, see the families, the friends, and the surroundings, and what they do, and we get to paint that picture for ourselves. And when they go in the ring and we see certain things, we're either not surprised or we're shocked, as in, you know, for the Conor Benn situation, you know, we were shocked. Everybody was just shocked. Like, what's he that for? But people like Nick Ball, we're not surprised because we know what he's about. People like Leon Edwards, we're not surprised because we know what he's about. He's a killer, you know. So it's interesting, but we don't see that stateside. We don't see the stories and the personalities and the profiles that end because we don't get that coverage.
Got you. What's the deal with Eddie? Is Eddie beloved over there?
Yeah, do you know what? It is. It's pantomime stuff. It's just everybody loves him. What he does, is good. It's good for boxing. It's good for the grassroots. What he does is amazing. But it's just a pantomime villain. That's all it is. Like, in the boxing arena, he'll get booed. Outside, people love him. They love him because they respect his hustle. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay. I got you.
It's a 50-50 thing over here in the States.
Yeah.
Is 50-50?
It? Yeah.
Yeah, half of us love him, half of us hate him.
All the promoters hate him, though, over here. That's for sure. All the promoters don't like him, bro. They don't like him.
Yeah, the promoters don't like him.
But other than that, no, I like Eddie, though. I like Eddie. Is it now?
Yeah,
this I will, because I know boxing. Like, one thing I love about over there, like, y'all got Talk Sports and stuff, and they actually have a boxing segment and all that. You know what I'm saying? They talk boxing on your TVs and stuff like that. Are they talking about Eddie and the Sky Nicholson thing?
Eddie and Sky Nicholson?
Yeah.
Oh, about them having an affair and stuff?
Yeah. And is it true that Eddie married still?
So that's been going around for quite some time now.
Well, it's
probably
everywhere.
Sort of 3 years that's been going around for, but it's known on the circuit, but not known publicly. So yeah, that's, I don't know if it's true, but that's been flying around quite a bit.
Okay. Well, it look public now.
Yeah.
Look public as hell.
She trying to make it known, man. She want people to know, bro. She keep doing little stuff and putting it out. Like, man, Eddie, you gonna get caught, bro. You finna get caught. Hey, you better stop. You better stop, bro. And she taking photos with his shoes and showing that his shoes in her house, and yeah, he's in too deep, bro.
Yeah.
And then his face tells on itself. Like they didn't caught him in places with her. And then when he see a camera, it's like he try to duck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
The thing with Eddie, if you need to ask him a direct question, even if he tries to lie, you can see it in his face if he's telling the truth because he's got this little smirk, and when he does that, you know he's bullshitting.
I wonder was they all on top of that over there, man. Matt Houseby said, "How long to the main event? That's the next fight, which is finna come up." 1K said, "Bro, I just looked at the live results. He killing this dude. Yeah, he ain't losing. Okay, one thing about over here, 1K, no lie. If we are talking about something else, that means the fight is lopsided. This fight was lopsided, bro.
If we're not talking about the fight or calling the fight, it is a complete ass whooping or just a boring
the
ass.
Guys getting obliterated. Like
getting obliterated or is boring as hell.
Yeah, there's no way this guy was gonna lose this fight. No way. I'm a fan. And this is what I watch this for. Like I write names down and I go back on YouTube and see they past fights, and get familiar. Because just like you said, be creative. We don't get to see the profiles of these guys and stuff. And the thing that I hate and I try to preach over here, and so does Punch, is that we try to preach to the fans of boxing on the American side that just because they're in the UK don't make them bums, bro. You just don't know about them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes these cats come over here and fight I remember Amir Khan first came to the States and they was like, "Who is this guy?" And I'm like, "You don't know who that is?"
Yeah, he might have been the fastest boxer in history.
Yeah, and I think that was one of my first experiences with people like, y'all watch boxing, but y'all don't watch all boxing. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just watch American boxing. And then I was like, you be for a treat. This dude fast as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell. You know what I mean?
There's a few up and coming boxers in the UK that some of the real deals. Some will do okay and just stagnate, but there's some real deal. I mean, there's one guy that he could be a problem, and that's Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, I know who Fabio Wardley is.
Oh yeah, we know about Fabio.
Hell yeah,
he is. What's that guy? He's just slowly creeping up under the radar.
Yeah,
and he can bang. He doesn't look big. He doesn't look like an athlete, but he's just a raw fighter.
He can fight. What do you think about Matuma? I think his name is
Hype.
You think he hype?
Hype.
Really?
Yeah.
I agree.
You don't think he gonna pan out?
Yeah, nope. Hype.
Oh.
I can see that. I can see that too. So
I know it's early. It's early in his career, but I just wanted to know, like, what do you guys think about him over there? Because I was like, okay, this kid might, you know what I mean? And I've been following.
It's just hype. Well, as soon as you mentioned Tyson, that's when everybody latched onto it. When someone that young has got aspirations to beat Tyson's record, that natural attention is going to be on them.
Right.
That's all that's happened. It's just hype.
Okay.
If he fought Wardley now, he'd get flattened.
Got you. Richard Brown in the chat said Adam Azim looks pretty good.
Oh man, yeah. The guy's a beast, man. The only thing with him is he's not really been tested yet. So no one's really tested his chin. And that's only because he's outclassed everybody that's in there. However, this last fight against Ohara Davis could have caused him a few problems if his head was right. Because he did, but he didn't want to engage. It was his last fight and he was just taking a payday. But if he was hungry.
Oh, don't you? Hey, you one line.
He seen a spider.
Oh, no way.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
I told you.
Shout out to Creative. Lisa ain't in there tap dancing. Did you get it, Slick? Look, you tripping out now. I'm not scared of spiders. I just been trying to step on that motherfucker. He's about to go crazy. We lost the host, y'all. So we're just gonna chop it up for a minute while Slick is on the spider hunt.
Yeah, we'll plug the gap. But yeah, Adam Azim, he's not really been tested yet. But Ahara Davis, if he was hungry enough, if he was sort of like 2-3 years ago when he was hungry, he would have caused him some problems because he caused him a couple of moments in there. I thought if he'd have pushed it, he could have done okay. But yeah, from what I can see, he looks good, but he needs a test now. No
What do you
one's.
think would be a good test for him?
Oh man, that's a good question. That's a good question. Man,
That's a tough one, huh? I know.
yeah, because he's good. He is very good. Oh man, I don't know. It's a good. You know what? I'm stumped. But that's a good question
Yeah, that's
because
a hard one.
he's that good.
He's pretty good, man. Like,
It's one of them
Yeah.
things where it's like, who could they put in there that could actually push him back?
Yeah,
Like, it's one of them type of questions. But like, we'll see, man. Because one thing I can say about Matchroom, they good at matching good opponents together, good styles together. So we'll see if they match
Bruh.
somebody nice with his style. But sometimes when you great, like my favorite fighter is Terrence Crawford. When you're that good, when you make everybody look that bad, it's kind of hard to match somebody. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Up
yeah,
So I completely understand.
yeah. It's Dalton Smith could potentially. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a tough one, you know.
Actually, yeah, that's a good one, Dalton Smith. Yeah. I don't think he'd beat him, but I think he would be a strong test.
Yeah, it'd be a good step up for him.
You don't want to just throw him to the top dogs yet. You want to give him somebody to get him ready for one of the big dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I hate when they rush great fighters to the top, bro. It pisses me off, man. We was just having fun about that with the Morel Benavidez fight. It's like, I hate that.
Yeah. There's too much of that going on. Well, I think this starting to slow down a bit now. I'll tell you the person that does it right, and it's crazy. He hasn't got the profile as Eddie, but Frank Warren. He paces his fighters at the right pace. He doesn't rush. He doesn't rush them. And he's starting to overtake Eddie now. Like over here in the UK.
Eddie's ass all Riyadh season. What is he, like 19-0?
Yeah. And the cool thing about it, because obviously here in the UK, it's the same in the States. Like you've got the purist, and they see what Frank's doing organically. Like Eddie's all about in your face and sell. But Frank's just low key, just doing his thing, and he's starting to overtake Eddie with the purist now.
So basically, he's the UK's version of Bob Arum.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Right, here we go.
Man,
notice that Bob Arum get all the top amateurs, and then once they get seasoned, they go to other places. Like
yeah,
that's exactly what Bob Arum do. He never keeps the top dogs.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Hey, my bad, y'all.
Did you get it?
Did you get it?
I knocked it off of me though. Definitely was on me.
Oh, we seen you jump up like, yo, I ain't never seen Slick move that fast.
Fuck that shit. That motherfucker was right here on my. I was like sitting here the whole time. I'm thinking like it's my tag and my shirt and shit. So I'm reaching back to fix the tag, and I'm like, the fuck? And I have my hand right here, and I'm like, oh, like that motherfucker start moving.
Felt legs on his neck.
It was a spider. It was definitely a spider.
It was a big one as well.
Yeah, that's some bitch. That's some bitch from the Orchid Man will be here. Your ass ain't gonna live long. This some bitch. This motherfucker gonna get sprayed. I ain't seen no spiders or no silverfish in like years in here. But see, now it's wintertime, so shit about to be trying to creep in here. And I usually have them come out before then. I ain't have them come out. Cause you know when it's cold, bugs be trying to come in from outside and shit. And it's snowing outside right now too. But fuck that. He had to be here a while though. He just decided to come out today or some shit. He been hiding real good. This is third floor. It'll took him forever to come from downstairs.
Tony Bailu sitting up there with his Homer Simpson belly.
Ooh. Mark Wynn, what's good, man? He said, "You dudes and your spider phobia. It's a pet slick. He eats the bug. Fuck that. Fuck that. Guess what? The orchid man, the bug man, come get the bugs. That's who get the bugs. Fuck that
Yeah,
shit.
I ain't scared of spiders, Mark. You know what I don't fuck with
No,
is
that bitch was
raccoons,
big too, cause like
snakes, stuff
if it
like
was a
that.
small spider, like you could feel that motherfucker balled up. Like you could feel it when I went like this. Motherfucker balled up into a ball. I don't know where the
In
fuck I felt that
Australia, when
thing
they see
too.
a raccoon in their backyard or on their porch, they chase it away with a broom. Not in America, we pull guns.
Yeah, motherfucking raccoon will fuck you up out here, bro. Raccoons are different in parts of America. Like, but if you go to California, raccoons are so fucking friendly because they're like
They're huge.
domesticated.
They're huge here, and they ain't afraid of us.
No, they're not afraid of us here. No, California, like it'd be broad daylight in California, and you could be at a park, and a raccoon will walk up to you, stand up, and put his hand out. That's how domesticated they is. If they see you eating, they'll walk up and ask for something. But in the Midwest, fuck you. That damn raccoon will fuck you up, bro. Especially if it's a girl with her babies or some shit. You better stay the fuck away. All right, the main event. Damn, that shit is on my mind now.
You want to call the
spider.
if you get once you get your composure back, we could call the main event, bro. But we like 15, 20 seconds apart as usual.
Okay. God, that was not right.
Get your bearings though.
Yeah, I gotta get it together, man. This shit shook me, man. Don't fuck around, bro. I don't. I could deal with any other bug. Like even when I had the silverfish, they ain't bother me like that. But I ain't gonna lie, that was a real thought. Like, what if I go to sleep and one of them motherfuckers crawl in my ear? Fuck that shit. So but I ain't scared of silverfish, no other bug. But that fucking spider shit, nah, bro. That was one of God's cruel jokes. That's what the fuck that was. That's how I look at spiders. They just don't move right. You can't tell me y'all ever seen a spider that looked like it was up to good. Spiders always look like they up to no good. Fuck that. Fuck that.
I couldn't live in Australia.
No.
Hell no, man.
My Australian buddies that would be in here.
Mark told me you walk out of your backyard and a fucking rattlesnake will go slithering right past your feet. No, I'm good. You got that, brother.
Yeah, they got plate spiders out there, them big ass fucking spiders. I definitely would die. I have a heart attack. I couldn't
Spiders
do it.
the size of your damn hand just walking right past you on your window or something. Like, nah, dog, you got that.
Yeah. I know the whole world just laughed at me, god damn it. I know they. I gotta go back and watch the playback. Boy.
Oh, I was over here cracking up.
That shit took all the energy out of me too, bro. When I jumped up. Whew.
To see one of the most laid back people I ever met jump up and surprise, oh, fucking priceless.